So, you've decided that you're going to use Tor. Why you want to do that? Is it for me to know? It's none of my business. But if I could impart some professional advice before you set off on your journey down the rabbit hole, I would suggest that you consider using a VPN while doing so. Using Tor is one of the most anonymous methods out there for browsing the web, but it's not a flawless process and it can be improved upon. The dark web is a dangerous place. Combining the benefits of Tor with the benefits of a VPN creates an even more secure experience for you, but only if you choose the right VPN. In this video here, we will take a look at the two best VPNs for Tor and what makes them so great according to our testing, plus a free option that you might be interested in too. We'll also discuss what happens when you use a VPN with Tor versus what happens when you don't. My name is Callum, this is Top 10 VPN. Now, fasten your seatbelts as we explore the best VPNs for Tor. Let's get started. So you know, at Top 10 VPN, we didn't pick these VPN recommendations at random. We took every VPN we tested on our website and ran them through a specially crafted methodology with the most important attributes for usage with Tor in mind. If you don't care about all of this and just want to skip straight to the recommendations, then feel free to use the chapters below. 50% of the evaluation is based on security and technical features. Any recommended VPN needs to have sufficient and reliable encryption to keep you safe against the various threats and malicious actors that the dark web is so famously rife with. 30% of the evaluation is dedicated to the logging policy, history, and ownership and the trustworthiness of the VPN. You're using Tor because it's logless and independent and decentralized. You shouldn't throw all that away by using a VPN that doesn't try to live up to those same standards. We only recommend VPNs for Tor if they have a near zero logs policy. 10% of the evaluation is dedicated to the reliability of the VPN's kill switch. It's always a VPN's most important advanced feature, but we've pulled it aside and given it its own independent criterion in this instance. Should your VPN falter for any reason, the kill switch steps in to sever your internet connection instantly, preventing your true IP address from being exposed to other Tor users or dark websites. The final 10% of the evaluation is dedicated to speed. If you've ever used it before, then you'll know how slow the Tor browser can be. VPNs also, by their nature, slow down your internet connection. And to prevent the Tor VPN experience from becoming totally unusable, we will only recommend a VPN that has a minimal impact on your connection speeds. If, and only if, a VPN performs well in all of those categories, then we recommend it for Tor. Now that we know how it all works, let's get to the good bit. The best VPN for Tor is private internet access. PIA has always been one of the more technically advanced VPNs, popular with true VPN geeks. And no offense, I very much include myself in that, so it's only natural that it happens to be a great fit for use with Tor. The biggest gap between PIA and the competition is with its kill switch. Not only is it 100% reliable according to our tests, but it also has an advanced mode that prevents you from being able to use the internet at all without PIA being connected, so you can't accidentally hop onto the dark web without remembering to activate your VPN. PIA also has a RAM-only server network. Put simply, what that means is that its servers are incapable of storing data for prolonged periods of time. And what that means for you as a user is that PIA cannot retain any logs of your activity. It will forget that you've ever used the Tor browser as soon as your session is over. It's also got thousands of servers, uses WireGuard and CHAR20 for encryption, yada yada yada. That's all pretty standard stuff at this point, but I should reassure you that it is there and it is reliable. As an extra bonus, you can also pay for PIA via cryptocurrency, which adds that extra layer of anonymity rather neatly. If you don't want your VPN provider knowing anything about you, then this is a neat way to do it. The only real critique that we can level against PIA from a Tor user's perspective is that it is based in the United States. That's a very poor choice of jurisdiction for a VPN, as the US is, put frankly, a nation hostile to digital rights. However, we've seen nothing to convince us that PIA's infrastructure or ownership are in any way compromised by it. The second best VPN for Tor is NordVPN. Perhaps the biggest name in VPNs, NordVPN isn't just all hype and marketing. Our testing has found it to be an exceptional choice of VPN for using alongside Tor. It's super fast, just as fast as PIA, so you won't suffer any additional slowdown when you're using the Tor browser. In fact, if you connect to a server close to where you are in the world, then our tests recorded an average slowdown of only about 5%. It's also very secure. We recommend using NordLynx, which is NordVPN's own protocol based off of WireGuard, although it also offers conventional options like OpenVPN if you prefer. And the big feature that your eye may be immediately drawn to when you fire up NordVPN is its range of Onion over VPN servers. And we'll discuss the pros and cons of Onion over VPN later on, but what it essentially allows you to do here is access dark websites without using the Tor browser. All you need to do is connect to one of those servers labeled Onion over VPN, and now you can simply enter a .onion URL into any browser you like, and you'll be able to access it as if you were using the Tor browser. So, why don't I sound very enthused about that? Well, mainly because it's just not that safe. It's not NordVPN's fault, it's the fault of other browsers. And do you really want Google Chrome tracking everything that you do on the dark web? It's a nice idea for a feature, but personally, I'd stay away from the Onion over VPN servers. What you might want to take a look at using, though, are NordVPN's double VPN servers. A bit like Tor, double VPN relays your traffic through one extra VPN server, making you even harder to track and identify. Combine it with Tor, you're practically a ghost online, although your speeds will suffer for sure. Finally, you can pay for NordVPN via cryptocurrency, but only in certain regions for some reason, so make sure yours is one of them if that's something that's important to you. Windscribe Free is the best free VPN for Tor. Now, let me preface this by stating what should be obvious. Free VPNs are worse than paid-for VPNs. Windscribe Free is a significant downgrade on the other two VPNs that we've named, and if you're serious about using Tor to browse the dark web or preserve your anonymity, then you absolutely should be spending money on a top VPN. Killjoy stuff out of the way, it's pretty cool that Windscribe Free is a viable option for Tor. As a VPN, it has more in common with its premium version than not. It has a very respectable logging policy that retains no personally identifiable information, although it's not been audited, and it has unfettered access to all of the encryption and protocols of its premium rivals: WireGuard, OpenVPN, all that good stuff. It also has a fully functioning, uncompromised kill switch. We tested as much. And it's fast, albeit not as fast as PIA or Nord. The big difference between Windscribe's free version and the version that costs money is that this free version has a 10 gig per month data cap. That means that everything you do with the VPN connected chips away at that data allowance, and once it reaches 0, you can't use it again until the start of a new month where the data limit refreshes. We mark down VPNs heavily in our testing methodology for data caps like this. If that data cap should be hit while you're browsing the dark web, then you're left unprotected. As I said, just pay for a VPN if you're really serious about doing this. Although there's nothing wrong with using Windscribe Free for a trial run, see if this sort of thing is right for you. After all this, you may still be asking why you'd actually want to use a VPN with Tor. That's a very good question. The big benefit is simple. While Tor is highly anonymous, there are some things that it can't hide. First of all, your ISP will know when you've used it. It won't know what you've done during that time, but it does know that you've accessed it. And, sadly, due to the seedy reputation of the dark web, that can, in some instances, end up with them paying extra attention to you. The other immutable fact about Tor is that your IP address is visible to the entry node. That is to say, the server that you first connect to on the Tor network. Of course, due to the nature of Tor, that node can't see where your onward journey is, but your IP address is there for it to see clear as day. Using a VPN with Tor prevents both of those things from happening. Your ISP won't know that you're using Tor, and the Tor network entry node won't know what your IP address is. It'll only see your VPN IP instead. Is it overkill? Some might deem it so, but that's really up to you to decide. It's actually a subject we go into a great deal more detail in one of our other videos, which you can check out right here or via the link in the description. Combining VPN and Tor in this way is commonly referred to as Tor over VPN, or sometimes Onion over VPN. The alternative is the inverted version, VPN over Tor. This is when you fire up Tor and then connect to a VPN server. As a result, it means that your ISP can't see that you're using a VPN, but it can see that you're using Tor, and the websites you're visiting don't see your Tor exit node IP address, they see the IP address of your VPN. And your VPN can't see your IP address, just the IP address of the Tor entry node. Not many VPNs support this yet, and also the reasons why you'd want to do it are few. Whatever your choice when using Tor, please just promise me that you'll take care. Do your research, don't do anything stupid, be very, very careful with the information that you share. These VPNs we've talked about can help minimize the risk of data leaking or your identity being revealed, but there's only so much that they can do if you don't make the smart choices once they're connected. Let me know in the comments if you've ever used a VPN with Tor before and how the experience was for you. Like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to support the channel, and if you want to, I'll see you next time.